Picture the service window of a food truck, glowing orange at dusk, steam rolling off the flat top, a line still curling around the block. The register drawer is stuffed with cash and card slips from a lunch rush that just cleared $1,800. It looks like money. It looks easy. But wait until the window closes. The street empties, the flat top cools, and somewhere on a clipboard, the real number for the day turns out smaller than that drawer suggested. That gap between what came in and what stays is the entire story of this business. That gap is exactly what we measure here on Financially Astute. We open the real books on businesses people only see from the sidewalk. Today, it's a food truck, and the woman who runs this one has the ledger to prove the sidewalk view is only half true. The truck itself is the easy part of this business. The math is where most owners get surprised, so we'll walk through every dollar coming in, every dollar going out, and what's actually left over for the person who built this thing. Meet Maria. She's run this truck for 6 years, through 2 engine rebuilds and 1 very bad hailstorm. Nobody knows this business's real numbers better than the person who's paid every single bill herself. Maria runs a taco and street corn truck parked at 3 regular lunch spots through the week. A normal weekday starts before dawn, with prep in a rented kitchen, and doesn't end until the truck is scrubbed down after the dinner crowd thins out. On an ordinary weekday, Maria's truck might do somewhere between $600 and $1,200 in walk-up sales over a 2-hour lunch window. That's tacos, elote, drinks, the whole menu moving fast through one small window. A strong day, say a festival or a big office park, can push that same truck past $2,000 before the flat top even cools. Those days feel incredible. They're also rarer than the highlight reel suggests. Catering is where the real margin lives. A private event with a fixed headcount and a set menu means less food waste, less guesswork, and a client who pays a deposit before Maria even fires up the grill. Then there are the regulars, the office parks that book Maria every other Tuesday. Those repeat stops don't pay as much per visit as a festival, but they show up on the calendar whether the weather cooperates or not. Zoom out over a month, and Maria's income looks less like one truck and more like a small network. Walk-up stops, 1 or 2 caterings, and a handful of loyal office bookings, each one covering a slightly different kind of risk. Summer festivals and warm patios are Maria's best months. Winter is a different story. Fewer people are willing to eat standing up in the cold, and a single week of rain can quietly erase what would have been her best days. Add it all up across a realistic year, and most single truck operators land somewhere between $8,000 and $18,000 in gross monthly revenue. Location, cuisine, and how aggressively an owner chases catering all shift that number quite a bit. Before any of that revenue exists, there's the truck itself. A used, fully equipped truck commonly runs $50,000 to $100,000, and a new custom build can climb past $200,000 before a single taco is sold. On top of the truck itself, there's the flat top, the fryer, the refrigeration, a point-of-sale system, initial permits, and the first big inventory order. Altogether, startup costs for a modest truck operation often land somewhere between $70,000 and $150,000. Every month, whether the truck sells 1 taco or 1,000, Maria owes commissary kitchen rent, insurance, and a loan payment on the truck itself. Those fixed costs typically total somewhere between $1,500 and $3,500 a month before a single ingredient is bought. Permits are their own puzzle. In some smaller cities, a mobile vending license might cost a few $100s a year. In stricter major markets, permitting, inspections, and renewals can run into the thousands, and the rules can change from one city block to the next. Then there's food cost itself, the ingredients in every taco and every cup of elote. For a tight, well-managed menu like Maria's, that typically runs 28 to 35% of revenue. Similar to a sit-down restaurant, but slightly easier to control with fewer menu items. Nobody photographs the propane tanks and the generator humming under the truck, but they're a real monthly line item. Add fuel for driving between 3 or 4 locations a day, and Maria's energy costs alone can run several $100s a month. On busy days, Maria brings on one part-time helper for the grill line, which means payroll, however small, becomes another cost stacked on top of everything else. Solo owners avoid that cost, but they also cap how much volume they can physically serve. Then there's the expense nobody puts in their business plan. Trucks break down. A blown generator, a dead transmission, a walk-in fridge that dies in July, any one of these can cost thousands of dollars and wipe out a month of profit in an afternoon. And then there's Maria's own time. Prep, driving, service, cleanup, and bookkeeping easily add up to 60 or 70 hours a week, especially before an owner can afford to hire real help. None of those hours show up on a profit and loss statement, but they're real cost all the same. Let's walk one real day. A solid Tuesday lunch service at the office park brings in about $1,800 in gross sales across tacos, elote, and drinks. That's the number sitting in the register when the line finally clears. Takeout food cost first, roughly 30% on a day like this, and about $540 of that $1,800 is already gone before Maria pays for anything else. Now subtract her share of that day's fuel, her daily slice of commissary rent, and the small daily piece of her annual permit and insurance costs. What started as $1,800 often settles closer to $900 to $1,100 in actual profit for the day before Maria pays herself a wage for the hours she just worked. String days like that together across a realistic month, and typical single truck owners tend to clear somewhere between $2,000 and $5,000 a month in actual take-home after every cost, before they've paid themselves anything extra for the hours worked. Annualized, that typical range lands somewhere around $24,000 to $60,000 a year. It's real income, but it's closer to a demanding job than a scalable business, at least at this stage. Now, the best case. An owner who nails routing, builds a steady catering calendar, and locks in several repeat corporate accounts can push net margins from around 6 or 9% up toward 15 or 20%, which can mean $60,000 to over $100,000 a year. But remember, none of those figures pay Maria for her own labor separately. Divide her real take-home by the 60 or 70 hours she puts in most weeks, and the honest hourly return is often closer to what a skilled tradesperson earns than what the total dollar figure first suggests. All of these numbers shift with city, cuisine, and season, and it's worth saying plainly that food trucks close at a high rate in their first few years, similar to independent restaurants, though nobody tracks the exact percentage nationally with much precision. Treat every figure here as a range, not a promise. This business rewards people who genuinely love the cooking and the service, not just the idea of owning a truck. If standing on your feet for 10 hours and problem-solving on the fly sounds energizing rather than exhausting, that's a good sign. It also rewards people who come in with a real cash cushion for slow months and breakdowns, and who are willing to chase catering contracts and repeat bookings rather than just waiting for walk-up traffic to appear on its own. This is not a fit for anyone hoping for passive income. There is no version of this business where the truck runs itself, and anyone picturing a hands-off investment should look elsewhere entirely. It's also not a fit for anyone unwilling to navigate permits city by city, or anyone without a financial buffer for the month the generator dies and the transmission goes at the same time. That month happens to almost everyone eventually. Everything in this episode is meant to inform your thinking, not to tell you what to do with your money. This is education, not financial or investment advice, and your own numbers will depend on your own city, your own menu, and your own hustle. Maria still parks in the same 3 spots most weeks, still gets up before dawn to prep, and still wipes down the counter alone most nights. Ask her if it's worth it, and she'll tell you the number matters less than the fact that people keep coming back for her food. So here's the honest takeaway. A food truck can absolutely produce a real income, but it behaves more like a demanding small business than a passive cash machine, and the owners who do best treat catering and routing as seriously as the food itself. Next time, we're pulling up to a different kind of small business, one that never closes its doors and barely needs an owner in the room, the vending machine business. We'll see if that quiet, low-labor reputation actually holds up in the numbers. If this kind of honest numbers first breakdown is useful to you, share it with someone chasing their own business idea and subscribe to Financially Astute so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for spending this time with the Ledger.